Good afternoon, everybody. There we go. Welcome to the 2024 graduation celebration for youth leadership of Hardin County. I'm Zach Newton with Commonwealth Broadcasting, and I'm honored to be with you today as we celebrate your young achievers. We want to begin by thanking, of course, the Hardin County Schools Early College and Career Center for hosting our event today. We have a great program in store for you, and we want to kick things off with comments from the President and CEO of the Hardin County Chamber of Commerce, Margie Poorman.
Said short person that was following Zach. Good afternoon. How is everyone today? Good. Are you excited? Yes? All right. Well, thank you so much for being here to help us celebrate a group of outstanding students from across our community in our 2023-2024 Youth Leadership Hardin County class. We have an amazing year with them, and rest assured our community's future is bright, with these talented students leading the way. The class has learned about various aspects of our community and met, toured, and visited with many of our county's leadership, from industry CEOs to government and military leaders. At the Chamber, we feel it is vital to host this program annually to equip the next generation of community leader and to build the key relationships, not only among our students, but from one generation to the next. I also want to thank everyone in the room for the role you have played in this year's program. Your support, time, and resources have been essential to the success of the program, and we are grateful for your participation and support. I hope you enjoyed today's program and hearing from the students about their experiences. Again, thank you for being here and celebrating with us. Before I turn it back over to our MC, Mr. Zach Newton, I'd like to recognize any Chamber board members, President Circle, or top investors. If you could just stand up or give us a wave, because they are in the room, and please recognize them. Go ahead and stand up. Tracy Schiller, don't make me call you out. And as we get to later on, Ms. Marilyn Ford is also a President Circle member of the Chamber, as well as we have our Judge Executive Keith Tall's on the board, John Wright, and others that are in the room. So we appreciate all that you do in supporting the Chamber so we can continue to make this program a success. Without further ado, I will turn it back over to Mr. Zach Newton.
Thank you, and once again, everyone, welcome to this special day. Today is a culmination of several months of learning and development, relationship building, and community involvement. These students have mastered every one of those areas. This group of 29 achievers are intelligent, inquisitive, enthusiastic, goal-oriented, multi-talented, and they learned very on that they were very competitive. This year's group has been a joy to get to know, and they have made lots of memories for themselves and the adults who were privileged to work with them. But let's begin with the first question that many people often ask. What is the Youth Leadership Program? Youth Leadership Hardin County, sponsored by the Hardin County Chamber of Commerce and Leadership Hardin County alumni, is a program designed to provide selected high school juniors who display leadership potential with an opportunity to learn about the strengths and concerns of their community from community leaders. The students are selected based on careful evaluation of the applicant's demonstrated leadership capabilities, participation in school, church, and/or community activities, and the applicant's genuine interest in participating in the program. Participants in youth leadership will gain insight into how our community works, be exposed to various career paths and opportunities, engage and network with community leaders, build integral relationships, team building skills, and communication skills. We'd like to ask that any members of the Leadership Alumni Group and Youth Leadership Committee members that are here, would you please stand and be recognized? We are pleased today to have Hardin County Judge Executive Keith Tall, as well as Elizabethtown Mayor Jeff Gregory. Would you please stand? We're also honored to have Hardin County School Superintendent Mrs. Teresa Morgan and representing Elizabethtown Independent Schools, Mr. Chuck Jones, with us today. Would you two please stand and be recognized? If there are any other dignitaries in attendance, an elected official, school board member, or principal, please stand. Thank all of you very much. This event is made possible today by our generous and long-standing sponsor, West Banco. Thank you so much for sponsoring today's event. Joining us for remarks is Marilyn Ford, City President of the Heartland region for West Banco.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. I'm another one of those shorter stature here, Zach, so you got to tilt down just a tad. I hope you all have enjoyed your leadership experience. I didn't have an opportunity to go through the youth leadership program. I doubt it existed then, but I did go through the adult version of leadership, and I learned so much. I want to see the hands of all those that learned at least 3 things they did not know about our community during this program. Lift them high, don't be shy. All right, if anyone did not lift their hands, I would be shocked, because what I learned in our program that I was involved in, even people that were born and raised in Hardin County were amazed at some of the things that they learned. They'd been here their whole life and they did not know that about Hardin County. Let me step back just a moment and say, again, my name is Marilyn Ford. I'm the city president of West Banco Bank in this region, which involves several counties. And I have been in this community my entire adult life, straight from college here. And actually, I am still in the same building where I took my first employment in Hardin County as a banker, which I never planned to be. I had never even thought about it. So as you make your plans for college and for life, or if it's to a vocation directly from high school, don't get so focused in what you think that it is you should know about what you want to do with the rest of your life, because be open to opportunities that come up and be willing to step out and take those opportunities like you have done with this youth leadership program. As a representative of not only West Banco, but of the business community through the Hardin County Chamber of Commerce, which, by the way, is a large group of businesses in our county that come together for the common good. And hopefully you all learned that in leadership, that although businesses may compete with each other, maybe even in the same service or retail space, there's certain things that we all have in common and that we bond together to help work together to lift our entire community for the benefit of all. One of those things is the youth leadership program. So it's truly an honor for us to sponsor this, for us to be here and work with my good friends at the chamber, and for all of those in the community that support the work that we do. So again, I want to congratulate each of you for participating and completing the program. And I know that each of you will be successful. I can't wait to hear a little more about you as you speak. Every year after the completion of the ceremony, I leave and I start feeling a little inadequate to hear some of the things that students have done and have aspirations to do. I'm like, wow, they've got a good 10 or 15 year jump on accomplishments because of, a lot of it's because of opportunity that you have had that several years ago you wouldn't have had that opportunity, but you've taken advantage of it. And that's what you must do to continue to be successful. So again, congratulations, and we will proceed on with the program. Thank you.
Youth Leadership Hardin County wouldn't be possible without the tremendous support of numerous individuals and organizations. Please help me thank our committed and caring session managers. These are all volunteers who support and lead the program year after year. Please stand when your name is called. Kelly Appleman of Fort Knox Public Affairs. Kevin Parrott, Darren Powell, and Sarah Berkshire of the Elizabethtown Community and Technical College. Cassidy Butler of the Sicilian Bank. Katina Wallace and Leanne Wimsett of the Lincoln Trail Behavioral Health System, Aaron Pretty of Baptist Health Hardin, Barb Jones of the City of Elizabethtown, John Wright of Hardin County Schools, Denise Morgan of Elizabethtown Independent Schools, and Christy Wright of Hardin County Schools. You can give those people a round of applause, please. We also want to recognize and thank the generous sponsors who supported the program this year by asking them to stand. Our kind sponsors are Abound Credit Union, the Central Kentucky Community Foundation, the Sicilian Bank, First Command Financial, Baptist Health Hardin, the Elizabethtown Hardin County Industrial Foundation, Elizabethtown Community and Technical College, Magnolia Bank, and the Hardin County Schools Early College and Career Center, also known as EC3. We also want to thank the Lincoln Trail Behavioral Health System for once again being our t-shirt sponsor. Thank you all very much. Our program would not be possible without the hard work, help, organization, time, energy, and driving abilities of the compassionate and student-focused counselors who take care of our students. Special thanks to the wonderful counselors who help coordinate this program, provide transport, unwavering support, and ideas to the Youth Leadership Hardin County program. Miss Whitney Carpenter from Central Hardin. Miss Tanya Major from Elizabethtown High School. Miss Jacqueline Prather from Fort Knox Middle and High School. Miss Maggie Vogel from John Hardin High School. Miss Jamie Cheatwood from the North Hardin High School. That's what we're after. And Miss Christy Wright from the Early College and Career Center, who in addition to working with the students is responsible for the slideshow that should be playing that captured this year's memories. Thank you, Miss Wright. Miss Wright, coincidentally, was also my high school guidance counselor. We also want to give our deepest thanks to the youth leadership organizers, Denise Morgan from Elizabethtown Independent and John Wright with Hardin County Schools for all their hard work, coordination, communication, and leadership. Thank you. Lastly, but most importantly, we have to applaud and thank the parents, guardians, and family members for all of your support. All the parents, guardians, and family members, please stand and pat yourselves on the back. Well done. If you don't want to stand, that's fine, but do pat yourself on the back. The kudos are important. There's no better way to explain Youth Leadership Hardin County than to hear it firsthand from the participants. We always enjoy hearing what the leadership class experience has meant to the students. Today we're going to hear from some of the students about the various sessions and what they learned. Each year begins with a team building workshop to help the students get to know one another. This was held in September, and we appreciate Mr. Jeff Kennedy and Ms. Beth Cassidy from ECTC for leading a fun-filled and engaging day for us. To recap that session, please welcome James Hobbs, our homeschool representative, to share his perspective.
Yeah, okay. Hi, I'm James Hobbs. As he introduced me, I'm the homeschool student. And so on the team building, I think it was just called the team building day, we had two activities, or two main sections of the day. First, we had it was like a scavenger hunt. And then we also had, and I'm forgetting his name, but there was a gentleman who came and spoke to us about the importance of being a leader and what that means. And so he laid it out with 3 roughly bullet points that I remembered. And so the first one was that a leader works with his team. He doesn't choose his team, but he receives his team. And that he goes out and connects with them and doesn't discriminate against them because they may be different than he is. And he does not let their differences stop him, and he acknowledges those as strengths instead of just as what could hinder his team or what might go against what his own personal wants or desires are for the situation. And then he also knows that the group is not about him or her, but it's about the good of whatever that group's mission is. And so in another word, he's selfless. And in the team building exercise that we did that was like a scavenger hunt, I think that was highlighted very well, and that we couldn't just choose, oh, well, I'm really good at this, so I'm going to take charge and I'm going to, win for my team, and that we all had to kind of, compromise just a little bit and work with each other in order to complete the entire task. And that was all that I had.
Thank you, James. In October, the next session was held on Fort Knox, hosted by the Garrison Public Affairs Office. To tell us about that day, please welcome, and there are a couple of students, or I believe there's just one, excuse me. Welcome Anna Summerall from Elizabethtown High School.
For me, Fort Knox Day started the same as most youth leadership days. Speeding into the Elizabethtown High School parking lot at an ungodly hour of the morning because I was definitely supposed to already be on the bus. But this time it was a little different. This time we were riding with four other schools in youth leadership. As we picked up the other participants, it was difficult to not feel divided. Every school unknowingly kept a row between them and the next, sitting at different tables at breakfast. There was a noticeable gap where E-Town's purple and gold stopped and John's red and black began. We were separated. But in typical Hardin County youth leadership fashion, we were quickly ushered into our first activity, leaving little time to think about the disconnect. Because why on earth would you think about how divided we were when before us sat a field of Black Hawk helicopters? Let a group of teenagers climb around a couple aircrafts and we will forget all about our life's problems. From the airfield, we traveled to a fire rescue station, a facility that was ready for any helicopter emergency that could happen. They led through their preparation. Preparation, which the students learned we were terrible at. All of us did our absolute best to put on a fire suit, and our fastest time was still remarkably slow. It was awful. Even then, we were fighting to see who could win. For the record, it was E-Town. Our speed, however, felt irrelevant when we visited the K-9 training center. Handlers there worked tirelessly to train these dogs on how to recognize a threat and quickly take action. It was truly impressive, though I'm sure everyone's biggest takeaway from the facility was round 2 of the E-Town versus North race. I'm not sure who came in first, but I think everyone who watched Brook Trip Grant truly won. Now, I should mention that Fort Knox Day didn't exactly have great weather. The whole day was generally drab and rainy, meaning that some of our post-lunch plans had to be thrown out, or had to be slightly tweaked. And by that, I mean the obstacle course we had planned was entirely thrown out the window. So we found ourselves at the Patton Museum, a place dedicated to honoring the great leadership of one of America's greatest leaders. On the bus home, our school colors finally seemed to mesh. Bonds were made over similar music taste, shared food poisoning, a fearful awe of photo roulette. I realized that despite our differences in sports, personalities, activities, and schools, there was a common thread between each of us. Each of us had worked to be there. Each of us had a desire to make our community better. We were there to lead. Leadership knows no bounds, and it certainly does not stop at district lines. Leadership is recognizing a need in our community and rising to all of its challenges. We are leaders because we have made a commitment to drive our generation forward and to pioneer a new age. This is leadership. It is not what we do when we are divided, but what we can do when we work together. This is why we have Hardin County Youth Leadership, and this was Fort Knox Day. Thank you.
Do you just want to do the rest of this, and I can go home? Hey, we've still got some schools to go. The next session focused on local media and industry. To tell us about this experience, please welcome Janiyah Banks from North Hardin.
Oh, love it. Okay, so Media Day, we were able to speak with business people who are mostly about media. We spoke with a social media influencer, and she told us about her perspective of social media. And also we talked to the business partners of Blue Oval SK, and one thing I remember is that it's going to be 8 football fields. That's what I remember. But it was really interesting. And then the most interesting part is we went to the water district number 2, and it was really interesting to see how the water is distributed into our water pipes. And also it was very cold. It smelled like chlorine in there. But it was a really cool place to see. And I never realized how much work was put in just for us to get water and all the buttons and stuff. It was really cool. And Media Day was really nice to experience. Thank you.
Thank you, Janiyah. The students kicked off 2024 by focusing on education in January. To tell us about that day, we have Cade Badstibner and Emerson McNeely from Central Hardin.
Okay, so on Education Day, we were given the opportunity to meet with the principals from each of the high schools, including the superintendents and the principal of EC3. They gave us the floor to ask any questions we had about their roles, including their day-to-day activities, the struggles that came with the job, and even how they transitioned from the classroom to the leaders that they are today. When we then got to tour ECTC, and including the newest building where we saw their newly renovated kitchen, which was really cool, I guess. And then, this day was a really unique experience for each of us because we got to walk in the shoes of our own principals, learning about the dedication it takes to run an entire school and the commitment to the lives and success of each of the students.
What?
Yeah.
Just add a little bit about the ECTC part. It was a lot of fun to just learn about the benefits of a community college, because I know sometimes they're kind of overlooked, but we learned a lot of just nice benefits and advantages towards going to those colleges. So, thank you.
Thank you, guys. In February, the program focus was on our local government and the judicial system. Here to tell us about that session is Taylor Coles from Fort Knox Middle High School.
One of the shortest ones, okay. So during this trip, we were able to visit the Justice Center and the government building. When we went to the Justice Center, we were able to speak with a few of the judges about their jobs and how the legal system works. And we were also able to witness a lot of different cases. I remember going home and being able to speak with my mom and telling her like how interesting it is to like witness seeing how people can like come up to the prison, speak to the judge through just like a Zoom call, and being able to like get their charge like there. We also got a introduction about the teen court from one of the students from E-Town, correct? And they were able to tell us about how students are able to lead a courtroom and be able to look at cases of minors. Also, when we went to the government building, we were able to speak with the county attorney, another attorney from Commonwealth, and a public defender. As we were there, we also spoke with the county sheriff and the K-9 unit, and we was able to speak about like a lot of different cases that have gone around in our area and like some of the drugs that are here as well. While we were also there, we were able to tour the 911 center, and personally, that was my favorite part. I was able to speak with some of the operators, witness some of the phone calls that they made, watching how their screens are differently split, and learning that you can get accepted into being a 911 operator straight out of high school. You just need a diploma. They will train you there, and I really thought that was beneficial because I want to go into healthcare. And lastly, we were able to speak with some of the local officials there. We spoke with someone about like the marriage councils and how they sign different marriage agreements and licenses, and we got to learn a lot about the history of E-Town.
In March, we turned our attention to the economy of the region and the healthcare system. Here to share with us is Lacey Butler from John Hardin.
Sorry guys, I'm a little nervous. It's hard to follow up on all those. Okay,
So I don't know if you guys remember, but Healthcare and Economy Day, we started the day off at the Sicilian Bank, which may seem tiresome because who wants to be at a bank that early? But actually, it was pretty fun. Getting to see what bankers actually do and how they support the community was a very fruitful experience. I got to learn, as well as everyone else, how the bank is an intermediary, I think I said that right, sorry, between the economy and the individual citizen. In the bank, they provide financial management and capital, which enables individuals and businesses to secure financing to buy homes and build businesses. And then when we went to the hospital, I learned that within the hospital, every role is important. This really impacted me because usually when I think of hospitals, I just think of like the doctors, like, you know. But from doctors and nurses to custodial staff and administrators, each person plays a vital part in providing excellent care and maintaining a smooth operation. See the play on word right there? Okay, sorry. Okay, doctors diagnose and treat patients, nurses provide compassionate care, and technicians perform tests, and support staff keeps everything running smoothly. It's like a well-choreographed dance where everyone's contribution is essential. I said dance because I know there are some dancers here today. Okay, sorry. And then, so together they create a positive environment that promotes healing and saves lives. Okay, guys. Okay.
No better feeling than finally being a dad and having someone tell a better dad joke than you still in high school. Thank you, Lacey. Great job, guys. Thank you so much for sharing with us. It sounds like you truly enjoyed the program and learned a lot. We enjoyed hearing from you. Let's give all those students one more big round of applause. This is the part where I have to get the other stuff out of the back of the binder. Okay. Now we are ready for the presentation of certificates. I'll ask Marilyn Ford and Margie Porman to please take their places up front to help with this part of the recognition. Students, when I call your name, please come and accept your certificate, and I'll be reading a brief bio for each student. We'll start with the students from Central Hardin High School. Cade Badstibner. Cade starts for the Central Hardin soccer team. He was accepted to attend the Governor Scholar Program this summer, and he plans to attend college at the University of Kentucky, majoring in computer engineering. You can clap at the end of these, that's fine. Adeline Johnson. Adeline is the golf captain of Central's girls golf team and service chair for Central's Y Club. Adeline was also accepted into the Governor Scholars Program this summer. She is currently interested in attending Transylvania University and majoring in political science. Adeline Johnston. Emerson McNeely. Emerson is involved in numerous aspects of Central Hardin High School. She is a committed member of the CHHS tennis team, junior class treasurer, and vice president of the Y Club. She's also a leadership ambassador for Beta. She was recently selected to attend the Governor Scholars Program and was also named Questbridge College Prep Scholar. Her future plans include attending speed school at the University of Louisville, where she will major in environmental engineering. Emerson McNeely. Jacob Turley. Jacob participates in track and field archery and the JROTC Raider and drill teams. He is going to be the next battalion commander for the Bruin JROTC battalion and plans on going to college to commission as an Army officer. Jacob was accepted to attend the Governor Scholar Program this summer as well. Jacob Turlington. Harper Worrell. Harper is the junior class reporter, an active member of Y Club, marketing manager for the yearbook, and junior class pep club officer. She plans to attend UK and major in public relations and minor in marketing. Harper Worrell. We do also want to acknowledge Juliana Stith, who was not able to be with us today, but did also participate in the program. Next up, Elizabethtown High School. Ben Craig. Ben is the son of Mark and Maria Craig. He is the varsity team captain for his high school soccer team and also plays local competitive soccer. He plans to achieve his associate's in science degree through the Panther College program and to continue his education to become an orthopedic surgeon after a 2-year mission trip for his church. Ben Craig. Kennedy Hamilton. Kennedy is the daughter of Brian and Anna Hamilton. She serves in Beta Club, Y Club, Teen Court, and many others, along with being a dancer, teacher, and traveling performer with the Dance Center. Kennedy plans to graduate high school with 2 associate degrees from HCEC and hopes to further her education in pursuit of a career in law or forensic psychology. Kennedy Hamilton. Maddie Games. Maddie is the daughter of Andy and Beverly Games. Maddie works for an art studio in Glendale and is involved in her church youth praise team. She is the executive student council chair and is the chief of staff at KYA4 and will be a GSA attendee in the art form of design. Maddie plans to attend Samford University, getting her master's degree in architecture and design. Unrelated and not in the bio, also has great shoe game today. Good job, Maddie. Grant Shearer. Grant is the son of Alex and Vicky Shearer. He is a teammate on the varsity soccer team, Lou City Academy, and runs track and field. He is undecided as to where he will attend college, but plans to study chemistry. Grant Shearer. Anna Sumrall. Anna is the daughter of Doctors Michelle and Rob Sumrall. Anna is the chair of Hardin County Teen Court, secretary of the executive cabinet at KYA4, executive chair of student council, and a leader of many other clubs at EHS. She plans to attend Samford and major in law, politics, and society, and eventually attend law school before pursuing a career as a political attorney. Anna Summerall. Hayden Willett. Hayden is the son of Scott and Kristen Willett. He's a pitcher and first baseman for the E-Town baseball team, and he is committed to continue his academic and athletic career at Bellarmine University, where he plans to study political science. Hayden Willett. Up next is the group from Fort Knox High School. One of these is on my phone, so hold on a second. Bella Bernardi. Bella is a junior at Fort Knox. Her mother is a soldier in the U.S. Army, and she has lived in multiple different states around the U.S., her favorite being Washington State. Bella is a JROTC cadet corporal and enjoys acting in plays with the Fort Knox Middle High School Drama Club. Bella is the president of the junior class and has 2 brothers, one older and one younger. In her free time, Bella enjoys reading books, watching movies with her family, and volunteering at the library on base. She loves meeting new people and learning new things, acquiring as many skills as possible is her goal in life. Despite her love of theater and the arts, Bella is working hard to become a mechanical engineer, hoping to get a job with NASA one day, making rockets, which is way cooler than what I get to do for a job, so that's awesome. Dominic Bernardi. Dominic is a current junior this year at Fort Knox Middle High School. He is a military child, but has never left the country. Dominic has lived in 6 different states and visited over 30. He likes to play video games and work at his job in his free time. Dominic has maintained a B or higher average in classes and has a goal to push himself to achieve all A's next year. He says his future is as bright as it is important to him. Dominic has 2 siblings, and they and their parents live on base. He loves being a military child. He's a former member of the chess club, but still an avid player, and also enjoys soccer. Dominic Bernardi. Taylor Coles. Taylor is the National Honor Society historian for Fort Knox. She also received awards for the A Honor Roll and an award for her role in the Fort Knox High School Choir. She plans to attend the University of Michigan with a major in nursing and wants to be a pediatric nurse practitioner after she graduates from college. Taylor Coles. Alexander Kinishev. Did I do that right? All right, good deal. Alexander is a junior at Fort Knox High School and a proud military child. He has lived in 9 different places all across the world with his mom, dad, and sister. He has gone to 6 different schools and met many unique individuals. He says that regardless of what school he attends, he is always trying to push himself to grow beyond where he is right now by taking challenging courses and involving himself in the community. When he is not doing homework or at school, he enjoys reading, playing video games, volunteering, and participating in sports. A majority of his time is spent in sports where he's a member of the school's track and field, cross country, and swim teams. Alexander Kidishev. Our next recipient is from our homeschool academy, James Hobbs. Apparently James is very popular. James participates in classical Christian choir. He's a member of the fraternist chapter at St. James and is the coordinator of HAWC, a focus group of upperclassmen in fraternists. He is an altar server at St. James. He plans to attend the Great Book Summer Program at St. Thomas Aquinas College this summer. His plans are to pursue a college degree after he graduates. He is undecided as to where he will attend. James Hobbs. Our next group is from John Hardin High School. All right, I might get this right. I'm going to do my best. Ayan Allen. How did I do? No, what is it? I want to get it right. Ayun Allen. Ayun is the daughter of Hamad and Rana Allen. She participates in teen court, student council, academic team, and I lead. Her future goals are to go to college and then law school to become a lawyer. Ayun Allen. Pretty sure I'm going to stick the landing on this one. Noah Blakeman. Noah Blakeman is the son of Seth and Kimberly Blakeman. Noah plays tennis for his high school team. He plans to graduate from high school with his associate's degree from the EC3 Academy and eventually go to UK for law or the University of Louisville for engineering. Noah Blakeman. Lacey Butler. Lacey is a proud junior at John Hardin. She participates in Beta, JROTC, and girls varsity soccer. She hopes to go to college and major in education and theology and wants to serve in full-time ministry in South Africa. Lacey Butler. Addison Cheney. Addison is the daughter of Stuart and Jennifer Cheney. She plays softball at John Hardin and is on a travel ball team with the Litchfield Rockers. She is part of Pep Club, DECA, Youth Salute, and Beta. After graduation, she plans to attend Texas A&M to major in law and minor in agriculture. Her intent is to become an agricultural lawyer. Addison Cheney. Japji here. Japji is known by Josie to many. That's what I'm going to go with for the rest of this, now that I've read that. Josie has 2 loving parents and a 5-year-old younger brother and a 10-year-old younger sister. She participates in multiple extracurricular activities such as HOSA, Beta, DECA, FCCLA, and archery. She plans to get her PhD and become a licensed dermatology. Josie here. Akili Lowe. Akili is the daughter of David and Anne-Marie Lowe. She enjoys playing the piano, reading, doing theater, and playing tennis in her free time. She plans to serve an 18th-month mission for her church and go to college to become a neonatal nurse. Akili Lowe. And last but not least, because of the alphabet, North Hardin High School. Janiyah Banks. Janiyah is a member of the student council, Pep Club, the tennis team, HOSA, teen court, and plays volleyball. Her future plans are to attend Tennessee State University and major in biology and minor in musical performance. Janiyah Banks. Liliana Page. Liliana is currently a junior at North Hardin High School, involved in the Pep Club and a member of student council. She's also the North Hardin FCCLA Vice President and the FCCLA Region 5 President. At a FCCLA State Convention, she earned her Power of One project. In the future, she plans to major in family consumer science education and attend Western Kentucky University. Liliana Page. Brooke Russo. Brooke's current activities are participating in the North Hardin High School Marching Band as a leader, as well as being one of the social media leaders. She is in the Wind Symphony for Band and also a member of the Green Dot Program, which is an anti-bullying program utilized and organized through the Family Resource Youth Service Center at North Hardin. Her future plans are to attend the University of Kentucky to major in sports medicine. Brooke Russo. Michaela Siagatonu. Michaela is the drum major for the marching band, captain on the dance team, and a class leader for North Hardin Choir. Her future plans are to go to the University of Kentucky to major in leadership and community education and human learning. She will also minor in music. She plans to get her bachelor's and then master's and move to New York to become a youth program leader and continue her musical passions. Michaela Siagatonen. Elena Wood. Elena's current activities include being a member of the North Hardin High School wrestling team, member of student government, and on the North Hardin High School varsity soccer team. She also works at the E-Town Athletic Club. In the future, she plans to attend the University of Kentucky to major in mechanical engineering. Elena Wood. Congratulations, leaders. Let's give another big round of applause to your talented students. Thanks again to our students for their hard work and participation in this year's program. We are very proud of all of you and look forward to your future successes. We hope this program has helped you grow, learn, and expand your knowledge of your community. Our thanks again to West Banco, EC3, sponsors, volunteers, and everyone involved in this year's program. We invite everyone to stay for refreshments and photos. There are school-colored cupcakes and Milo sweet tea, which is delicious. There's also students a group photo that they would like to take, so please don't leave before we get the big group picture. Once again, I'm Zach Newton from Commonwealth Broadcasting. On behalf of the Hardin County Chamber of Commerce, thank all of you for attending. Have a great afternoon and safe travels. We will see you soon.